Hey lovelies, it's Heather here. Gonna shoot another video because, yeah. uh, dang on, I haven't even been to sleep yet. Like, you know how you do something and it just gives you like a boost of energy? And so, like, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll see where I talk about this guy that I've been like talking to for like 2 weeks from Morocco named Anis. And, anyways, he's been playing the victim, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know psychologically like what the hell the thing would be. Basically, same bullshit, different day type thing and everything. Like, my video last night that I shot, like I was trying to be like all optimistic and stuff because like when I care about somebody, I actually fucking care about them. And there's no way in hell that I would just write them and be like, hey, I don't care about you anymore. But that's what I just got from him because, I'm kind of like calling him out on his shit, basically, and being like, dude, what the fuck? You know, you've been ignoring me for like 2, 3 days now. Why are you ignoring me? What's going on? And that's the thing too, is like, it is like dealing with somebody that's like bipolar. And I guess that's the thing whenever somebody's like uncertain of what the hell that they're feeling or whatever. Or, no, I take that back. That's not what it is. It's more like their pride and their ego. Um, he can't admit that he's been being an asshole from day one, I guess. Like, I guess. Like, I mean, he might be a good person, but he sure as hell hadn't acted like it. He did there for a little bit, there's a few glimpses that I've seen of him where he seemed pretty nice, but yeah. And so, I just got done blocking him on my second account. I was on my, first account, and I was like, hey, here's how I feel and all this. I have not seen this episode before. Hold on.
Volume 41. Poor little kid jumping in the water. You're like, Wilbur, look how cute you are.
She's so funny.
40. Mute.
But, anyways, yeah. So, like, I'm sitting here and, this guy met me on Amino. And he's like, like literally I went and looked back like the other night and it was like 2 days in he told me that he loved me. And I was like, dude, you don't even know me. But then I got to thinking, well, have I ever heard of his name? Have I ever seen him? And then I was like, well, I think a few years ago he tried to talk to me. And then the thing is, too, like on Amino, is he tried to talk to me like in February. And then he like left the conversation and then he come back. So I was like, this dude really likes me, is like kind of what I was like thinking. Apparently not though, because any guy that likes you is going to actually like treat you with respect and shit. And like, so that's out the window. And I even wrote him like, 3-4 days ago. And I was like, if you need me to be the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. I was like, if you need me to be the one to break this off because like you can't allow your ego or your pride, like I didn't say all that to him, but I was like, if you need me to be the bad guy, I can be the bad guy. I was like, I can break up with you, and make it, be the end, and you can be like, oh, it was all her and shit. And then I had my suspicions about like everybody basically making fun of me for it. And so him saying and doing what he's done is just like confirmation, and shit. And yeah, so like he just wrote me, like after I wrote him, I was like, listen, I was like, here's how I feel, and I was like, I do love you, I was like, but don't be overly flattered, I was like, because I need somebody in my life, you want a mutual relationship, you want somebody that loves you as much as you love them and all this, and you want to be attracted and all this to each other and back and forth. And I was like, so don't be overly flattered and be like, oh, I'm the only one, because like you're not. Like, I mean, you might be the only one that I'm, like, per se talking to right now, you know, and, like, kind of feeling like I have a relationship. And then that's the thing, too, is, like, had, like, 3 or 4 people write me and you know, like, supposedly hitting me up. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, was this just some of his people? Like, who the fuck were these people? But anyways, I had all these people kind of writing me and being like, hey, you know, you're cute. Hey, who are you? You know, and stuff like that. Like, hitting on me, you know. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm kind of involved right now. I'm kind of with somebody, you know, and like just sitting here and kind of looking back and being like, damn, you know, I did that, you know. But then again, everything happens for a reason. And so, you know, what is it? You know, it's a lesson or a blessing, you know, and it could be both. But, he had the audacity, like, after I wrote, you know, I was like, I do love you. I was like, but don't be overly flattered because, you know, this is how love goes and stuff. And I was like, but I hope you get to feeling better because he's been, like, sniffling the past few days every time I talk to him. And he's like, oh, you know, he's got, like, sinus problems or head cold or something or whatever. And I was like, I hope you feel better, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, good night, you know, and I hope everybody in your house is doing good, you know, your family and all your loved ones and stuff like that. And I was like, so I'll let you go, you know, and I was like, I'll talk to you later or whatever. I was like, so good night. And he writes back and he's like, literally, it's like, oh, that's the thing, is he put like the little, because you can put the little faces, you know, the little reaction faces. He put the little reaction face of the one that's in love, you know, the hearts in the eyes. He put that on what I had wrote. And then he's like, what was it? I don't know what the first thing was that he said. Thank you. He said, thank you. And then he said, I know I no longer care about you. And then he said, I'm sorry. So I just like reacted to them, put a reaction on them, and then I blocked him. But before I blocked him, I like wrote him and I was like, you're not sorry. I was like, you're not sorry. Because he's playing the guy card, the arrogant guy card that most 98.99% of men play. And that's the reason one day we're going to be to the point where y'all are all going to have to be gay because we're all gay. Because y'all can't treat us with any type of fucking respect. Or we're just all going to be walking around miserable and nobody's going to be having sex with anybody. I mean, or I take it back. Women won't be having sex with anybody and men will be fucking anything. They'll be fucking holes in trees and goddamn fucking animals and they'll dig a hole out in the fucking yard and hump it. I mean, like, seriously, y'all gonna be that fucking bad if y'all keep on going down this fucking road. But, so anyways, I was just like, well, you know, and so I blocked him on my main Facebook. And I went to my other one and I was like, well, maybe we can still, you know, like, I was trying to be nice, I guess is the best way to word it. And also, I'm sitting there and I'm like, does he think that that's funny? Does he think that that's cute? You know, or did somebody else possibly write that? Because he's told me before that his brother, his little brother, has been on his computer. And I'm like, you know, somebody else in the family maybe write that, you know, just as a prank or a joke or whatever. But then I'm like, no, there's been way too many red flags, you know. And I'm like, no, it was him. He wrote it. So then I write him and I'm like, can you at least tell me, you know, can you at least have the decency to answer one question? That's what I wrote him. He didn't look at it at first. Then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to call him, see what he does. You know, so I tried to call him and he didn't answer. So then he gets off of Messenger. Then he gets back on Messenger. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to call him one more time. So I call him one more time. He answers the phone. He's just sitting there smiling, you know, and he says that he's at work and all this. But he keeps, like, trying to smile at me to get me to smile and shit. And I'm just, like, sitting there. And he's like, talk to me. He's, like, demanding. He's like, talk to me. Talk to me. Are you going to talk to me? Talk to me. Are you going to talk to me? And I'm just, like, sitting there looking at him. And he's like, are you okay? You know, and all this and everything. And that's the thing, too, is I wrote him in between those calls. And I was like, you told me you don't care about me anymore. Because that's what it was. Okay. I wrote and I was like, can you at least have the decency to answer one question? And he wrote, you blocked me? That's what he wrote. You blocked me? And I said, well, you said you didn't care about me anymore. And then I called him twice. And the second time he answered, and he just sat there. And he's like, talk to me, say something to me, talk to me. So I just sat there, and then we lost connection, and then he hung up. I hung up, and I wrote him goodbye, and I blocked him. And it's like, I don't understand why people do that. Like, I do that they're mentally ill. See, I get made fun of, and I get told that I'm mentally ill because I battle depression. Because of the shit that I've been through. Yet somebody that does that is seen as a great person, as a wise person, as a smart person. Like, so basically anybody that's even subscribed to my channel, you need to go find this guy, okay? He's from El Jadida, okay? He's from fucking Morocco. He wants some goddamn attention. His first name is Anas, okay? And in all honesty, if you really want to know, I'll send you a damn picture. And then you can go be his friend and give him all the attention that he wants. But I can't. Like, how is that not seen as a sickness or a mental illness or something wrong with you when you're being that narcissistic, when you're being that selfish, when you're being that cruel, when you're being that manipulative, when you're being that just two-faced, you know, and you lie and you deceive and you're just trying to get what you want. And all he apparently wants is somebody to, like, be touching themselves on the goddamn camera or what the fuck ever, or sending him some dirty ass pictures. And yet people still see that they're not going to get this from me, and they take it like it's a goddamn challenge. And they're like, well, maybe if I say this to her, well, maybe if I do this, well, maybe if I promise to marry her, well, maybe if I. Honey, I don't give a shit who the hell you are. I don't give a shit what the fuck you got. I don't give a shit what the fuck you think you can goddamn impress me with. I wouldn't even give a shit if your name was Jesus, okay? And you actually were the Son of God, okay? I'm not going to sit there and be like, yes, I'll give you what you want sexually so that way I can make it into heaven. I guarantee you. Okay? And yes, that's okay, that's an interjection into guarantee. I guarantee you that if God himself was like, you know what, Heather? To come to heaven, you have to fuck me. I'd be like, well, I'm going to hell. So, there you go. God, people. But anyways, so now I'm sitting here and I'm awake and I actually feel okay. I think because I cried so much, like, in the process of the past few days about everything. Like, and part of me kind of feels like a little bit like, well, at least he kind of stayed with me through the process of him hurting me. That sounds fucked up as hell. But, you know, like, I was just like, well, you know. But right now I feel good. I feel okay because, like, at the end of the day, I'm stable with myself. I'm stable with who the hell I am. How the hell he treats me has nothing to do with who I am. It has nothing to do with the way that I behave or the way that I even react, even though he thinks that it does, and his little narcissism, you know, shit that he's got going on, like most people everywhere have going on, you know, if they think that, like, I can't, you know. But, so, Anas, if you see this, you might want to look up narcissism and read into it if you ever want to change who you are. It's the only advice I can give you. Like, legit. You ever want to see, you know, because I guarantee you keep going down this path, you are not going to be happy. I've seen narcissists. I've lived with them. I've been raised by them. They're not happy. It doesn't matter how old they are. They're not happy. So you want to keep on not being happy, then you keep on living that life. But I can guarantee you, then there's no sense for having any hope. Which, frankly, you're pretty good at anyways. Because you had no hope for us after you was like, oh shit, you know. Because I could see it in the way that you reacted. Like, oh shit, she would marry me? Oh shit, she would be with me? Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, it's too difficult. It's too difficult. Oh shit, I gotta get out of this. Oh shit, I gotta make her think that it's her idea. Like, I just can't. And like, I tried to be your friend afterwards. Like, I tried to give you the right to help me out, you know, by just answering why. Why the fuck people gotta come up to me thinking that they can do that to me? Why the fuck did you have to waste the past 2 weeks of my life? I mean, granted, I may have learned a lesson from it, but then again, I don't think so. Because it's the same shit that I've been taught time and time and time and time again. The only thing that it taught me, in all honesty, is to wonder why maybe I shouldn't be racist, or I should be racist. So, way to go. Like, my dad's racist as fuck. And my family's pretty damn racist too. But they pretend like they're not. Because they know how to kiss ass and all that shit. Me? I'm not racist. I don't have a damn problem with anybody's race. But when people come at me with a predetermined judgment based upon my race, based upon, oh, stupid American, that's when I start to have a damn problem. And that's even like EJ, whenever I was dealing with her, and supposedly she like wants to go to China and meet these Chinese people and all this shit. And one thing that Jennifer did say to me, you know, kind of in defense a little bit of my heart, which surprises me because Jennifer, she can't make up her damn mind whether she likes somebody or hates somebody, I believe, because the way she behaves. But anyways, dang on, EJ supposedly likes people from China and shit like that or whatever, and I have nothing against that. I have nothing against that whatsoever. As a matter of fact, my friend from Italy likes Korean boys. But, like, I don't have a problem with that. But in defense, Jennifer said to me one day, she said, yeah, she thinks she's going to go over there, I guess, you know, to China or someplace or whatever. And, you know, she's just going to be, like, taken in by all these Chinese people that just love her. And she's like, she don't realize that Chinese people, you know, that racism is not just from white people. You know, racism is not just from Americans. That racism can exist no matter what nationality or what color you are. And she's like, and she'd be surprised, you know. And that's even like all the memes and the videos and shit where people make fun of all these people at the nail salons, you know, all these Chinese people or Korean or whatever, or Vietnamese or Japanese or whatever. I don't know what their descent is, but anyways, all these women, you know, and they have the videos where they're painting supposedly all white people's nails, you know, because we're all so rich that we've had manicures and pedicures. I'm 30 years old and I ain't never had one other than my sister. And I don't want to do that again. She cut my fucking cuticle, and that shit hurts, and it still hurts sometimes, because the damage that was done to it. Like, but, like, I don't know where the fuck everybody gets off thinking that, you know, like, it's like FOMO. It's like, everybody, they see something and they think that they know, and it's their perception and what the fuck ever. But any damn ways, they're sitting there and they're shit talking, you know, the white girls, and being like, oh, white girls are so stupid, and oh, she need a new man, and he hit her, and, you know, and of course he did. Look at how fat she is, and this and that, and, you know, and all this and everything. And then, you know, and it's always been a thing, you know, but even whenever I've watched the videos, you know, I've kind of taken offense to it on their behalf, you know. And I've kind of taken offense to it also on our behalf. But then I became lighthearted of it. And I was just like, well, it's nothing that I'm worried about or into, or nothing I experience or anything like that. But like I said, Jen said about EJ, she's like, oh, so EJ supposedly wants to go over to China, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, she's going to go over and I guess find her somebody to love or something or whatever, or just find her people to fit in with and everything. And I'm like, so yeah, and she's like, she'll be shocked to go over and find out that they don't like you too much. Not all of them's gonna like you. They have there's ones over there. There's people everywhere that are racist. It's not just white people. It's not just people from America, and it's not just white people and people from America that have a predetermined fucking judgment on people just based upon the fucking color of their goddamn skin. And it really kind of makes me sick because I am this good person, if you will. And yeah, so basically if you're racist, I'm calling you a piece of shit. And I just said that my family's racist, all except for my daughter. Maybe my nieces aren't either. But yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're being racist. You shouldn't be, no. And then the thing is, too, is to go to fucking Baptist church and hear all the time, Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. And then people to be like, oh, I'm Christian and I'm all for Jesus and I'm gonna live the Christ-like life. Are you? You sure about that? I do have to say, I guess I was kind of a little bit prepared, though, because that's what racism does to you. Whenever you're around it, whenever you see it, whenever you see people that are racist, it makes you be on guard. But at the same time, it makes you not be, overly paranoid, but you're just kind of like, I wonder. And so I went through and I blocked a bunch of other people dealing with him, and I blocked a bunch of people that ain't even dealing with him, and people that I don't know that are looking at my page and all kinds of shit. I just went through and blocked a bunch of fucking people because I'm just done. But yeah, I would rather be completely and totally alone than to be around fake people. You don't like me? There's the door. You don't like me? Stay off my channel. You don't like me? Don't look at my Facebook. You don't like me? Don't look at my face. You don't like me? Don't worry about where the fuck I'm at, what the fuck I'm doing. It's that simple. But anyways, and that's the thing too, is the whole bit of, what was it? Okay, I watched, and he's going to have another one, so there's just some, maybe my 15 people, if they do like me, maybe they'll go to your channel. But I watched Pierre XO's video about bullying, and I was like, oh my God, and I was crying, because that's all that I deal with all the fucking time. And he hit the nail on the fucking head when he was like, yeah, and sometimes you just got to put up with people because they're your boss, or you're this, or you're that, and so you got to just put up with the bullying and accept it and all this and everything. And that's the thing, is I'm not working right now, so I'm not having to put up with anybody's shit. But I know exactly what the hell he's talking about, because even though when I was working, I didn't have any problems with anybody. Really didn't. Now sitting here, I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of did have a few problems. I'm able to reflect, and then I'm like, ah, shit, if I block them now, ah, shit, if I don't like them now, and I go back to work and the shit talk, and that's even my landlord and, her credibility, for her, talking or whatever and being like, oh, this is what I think of her, and it's even damn episode of Sex in the City I watched fucking 4 a.m. or whatever, where, oh shit, the blonde headed shit, I don't know her name, but anyways, the older one that she just uses people for sex, I forget her fucking name, Samantha, Amanda, fuck, I don't know. But anyways, she's like, she accidentally, like, slept with somebody, like, somebody that's a social, like, out of the social elite group or what the fuck ever. She, like, slept with somebody's husband or whatever. And so they got her, like, kicked out of every fucking thing to where she couldn't, like, go to, you know, these high-end, you know, places anymore and stuff, like, as vengeance and, you know, like, to be vengeful and everything. And, like, yeah, people do that. And that's the reason, like, even, you know, like, Jennifer, she's like, oh, everything's networking. Have you realized that yet? Everything's networking. And I'm like, networking. And I'm like, I'm not buying it. Y'all selling it, and y'all can sell it all day. You can try to shove it down my throat, and even though I might pretend like I like the way it tastes, I don't like it. I'm not for it. If nothing else proves it, maybe my YouTube channel will. But anyways, Pierre XO, he's supposed to have like another video talking about the bullying and stuff coming up on the 2nd, I believe, at 1 p.m. Because I put a reminder for it because I was like, okay, this is something, you know. Because I don't watch all his videos all the time and stuff. But, so that's somebody to check out if you ain't never, you know, watched their videos, you know, and stuff. Or his videos, should I say. But, yeah, like, I don't get it. I don't get people. I don't understand. Like, yeah. Like, would it really be bad if I did commit suicide? Like, that's what's going on in my head right now, is I'm kind of like, okay, let's say, you know, I get my life together and I finally, you know, I'm like, okay, gotta go to work now. Gotta go to a new job. You know, and I get a new job, and then it's like, oh, you know, fire her or be mean to her or this or that because she said something bad about me, you know. Or say I try to move out and my ex-landlord's like, no, you can't rent to her. She's a horrible person, you know. Like what Pierre was talking about, you know, about like people just doing that to each other. And that's even like Jennifer one night said to me, you know, what was it? What the fuck were we talking about? Anyways, I said something to her and she said, she pretty much was saying you'd be surprised what you'd be willing to put up with just so you can survive. Just so you can get ahead. To a degree, yeah. Because I've been there. I done that. I done did that shit as a kid. I don't want to do it no more. Don't want to. Flat out kind of fucking refuse to. Outcast, black sheep, what the fuck ever. I fucking refuse to. I mean, some days I sit here and I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting. Where's my murderer? Who's gonna come kill me? Because it's not right. It hasn't been right, and then people go back to, well, it's been going on forever. Okay. Well, if it's been going on forever, if people are still washing their clothes by hand, and that's been going on forever, and there are people that still wash their clothes by fucking hand, then why the fuck do we have washing machines? Why the fuck do we have dryers? If there's people still using goddamn ice box instead of a fucking fridge, why the fuck do we have fridge? Why the fuck do we keep, you know, improving in that way, but we're not improving in our behavior? Are you fucking kidding me? And I'm supposed to be happy about being here? Are you shitting me? I'm supposed to be happy about being alive? Whoa, like, what kind of drugs are you doing? You know? Like, I mean, yeah, I try, and that's just like I said, you know, you need to try to look forward and see if good things happen, because good things do happen. But my God, it's so fucking rare. It's so fucking rare. Unless you know how to step out and just visualize the small things, like, hey, I have a t-shirt to put on today, and it's clean. You know, hey, I have a pair of shoes. Hey, I have food. Hey, I have air. Hey, I have electricity. Hey, I have a TV. Hey, I have movies to watch. And but we have become so fucking greed-driven and manipulative and mean that we're not even really living. We're like all on the outside looking in. It's like we think we're living because we're dumb, or most people are. They think, "Oh man, I'm really living. I'm really living." Are you? Are you really saying what you want to say? Are you really doing what you want to do? Well, you couldn't do that because then that'd be complete and total chaos and anarchy. Okay, everybody's sitting here, oh, depression's on the rise, anxiety's on the rise, suicide rates on the rise. What do you think that is? What do you think that's a form of? Is that not a fucking form of chaos? Is that not a fucking form of anarchy, but instead it's internal? So how about we try to balance the shit out so that way we're not as fucking miserable on the inside? How about we actually start speaking more of our mind and what we actually think? And I'm not talking about opinions. I'm not talking about stupid ass fucking opinions that have no fucking evidentiary support behind them. I'm talking about actual things that have went on and that are still going on. Why can't we do that? But anyways, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and end it here, though, because it's after 30 minutes, and I don't want to make hour-long videos anymore if I can help it. But, I hope everybody's doing good. If you need somebody to talk to, legitimately, and I say that because of what I just went through, if you want somebody to talk to, you can hit me up on my Facebook Messenger. Don't write me anything that you don't want to be seen by some dickhead assholes. Because apparently that's what I have going on, is dickhead assholes just follow me around like goddamn leeches or something. And apparently I'm like made out of a fucking bloodbath, because as many as I got on my ass. But at the end of the day, like, I fucking can't. And like, I can talk to people, I can be nice, I can be civil, and I love to try to help people out if I can. And don't hear that and be like, oh God, she's going to give me money if I ask her. Oh God, she's going to give me sex if I ask her. No, fuck you and fuck you again. Okay? Fuck you. I have no fucking money. I have no fucking money. Like, and sex, that's completely off the list. But if you need somebody to talk to, I'm your girl. But other than that, I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. Know that you are important. You need to make every day about self-improvement. You need to. Everybody needs to. You need to grow with every day that passes, or at least try to, or at least be open to the experience. And see, that's like even me dealing with Anas. I was open to the experience, even though it made me shut off now, because I went and blocked like 20 fucking people, and him included, because I'm just like, fuck all you bitches. And half of them are dealing with him, and the other half are just people that they're up there in my friend suggested list, and I'm like, nope, don't know you, nope, never heard from you, nope, don't see you, nope, nope. But other than that, like, I'm just going to let everybody go. I hope you're doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward, like I always say, and take care, and I'll catch you later. Bye.